Hello and welcome to Quirky Cat Crafts. This is Sherry. This is a final reveal of a project I've been working on for quite a while. It is a mirror. I have the mirror covered up for filming purposes. That is a Dungeons and Dragons theme. So this is a gift for my brother and my sister-in-law. So we're going to go over it real quick. And so we're going to start in the middle at the top, up here. So this is a 4x4 piece of chipboard that I painted black. I had purchased a book of Dungeons and Dragons stickers off of Amazon. And so these two stickers represent my brother and my sister-in-law. She often plays a cleric, he often plays a fighter paladin. So I attached those. I did a little bit of glossy accents glue underneath to make sure they stay stuck. The sticker book also included alphabet stickers in dragon script, elvish script, and dwarvish script. And because the characters they often play are dwarf, I use that alphabet. So this is my brother's name, Frankie, and this is my sister-in-law's name, Abigail, in the dwarvish script. And so I just stuck those down on some metallic silver paper, or cardstock rather, and then did a coat of varnish over the top. So these are brads, corner brads, and I just cut the prongs off the back and glued them down on the corners. And then I had a little bit of space up here at the top, so I added a strip of just the dark red glitter clay. Okay, so we're going to go by type, I think, so I don't lose track of where I'm at. So stickers. All right, so then I've got, these are just like the 2.5 by 3 or whatever chipboard. And I glued like a wood grain paper to the top and then added the sticker on top. So we've got a giant, I think it's called a chimera, something like that, creature, a dragon, and I think that's a goblin or a gnoll, something like that. The fact that that information is in my head just cracks me up. And then I also did 4 stickers underneath glass cabochons. So we've got a scroll, like a money bag, I think it's like a jewelry piece, kind of a star thing. And then, where's it at? Like a beer stein right there. Because they do own a bar, well, 2 bars. So I thought the beer stein was appropriate. Or I guess ale mug, if you're going to be correct to the time period. So, okay. Stamped images. So over here we've got a kind of like a witch wizard themed bookcase that I stamped out, and it's got, you know, like little potion bottles and skulls and candles and whatnot, and then I colored it in with mica powders. This would be a good place to say this. So normally for a Dungeons and Dragons themed mirror, I would use a lot more earth tones, browns and tans and greens. But my brother he's very much into like the black and gray and silver. So that is why I went with that color scheme for this. The room it's going into is blues and grays. So I tried to primarily do blues, grays, and silvers. But I did add in a little bit of red, a little bit of green, and a little bit of purple, just to add a couple of other color pops in there. So, all right, so we've got bookcase. And then over here we've got a treasure chest. Down here in the corner we've got like a raven standing on top of a stack of books. There's a scroll and a quill and ink bottle. And then over here we've got an owl with a, oh my gosh, what are those called? The globes. I can't even think of the word, you guys. Oh my gosh. And then there's also a potion bottle. So, on this corner over here. So, and those are again colored with the mica powders. And then the bottom focal tile is a castle. And then the wizard stamp and the dragon stamp were separate stamps that I added in after. So got the dragon and the wizard fighting him and the castle in the background. Okay. For the buttons, I did all of the buttons on navy blue glitter. I only have 4 on this project. So I've got a treasure chest down here, because I placed it down here because the stamp was up here, so I didn't want them close together. So treasure chest, like a black glitter lock and key, a castle, and it says Book of Shadows, Book of Spells. I'm not sure, I can't read it from this far away. Got a cough. Sorry, you guys. Anybody else having really bad allergies this year? Because I sure am. So those are the 4 buttons. The silver charms are weapons and armor, and I ordered those off of Amazon. I did primarily like the swords on the red glitter, like the big two-handed, like this is a halberd, on purple, kind of the earthy weapons like bows and arrows on green, and then the armor on the blue. So we got a shield, a long sword, a halberd, and an arrow. And then over here we've got a staff, a rapier, a helmet, and a battle axe. Down here we've got a dagger, a trident, short bow, bow and arrow. The fact that I know this is just hysterical to me. And a chest plate. And this one stumps me. I don't know what it's called. I'm sure my brother would know. And then kind of like a wizard staff and a longsword. And then, and then another type of shield right here. Okay. I have 2 stamps of dragons also on the blue glitter, 1 in each corner up here at the top. I have got 2 kind of magic wand type stamps here, and those are on silver glitter. And then I've got potion bottles. So this one's purple ink, this one's blue ink, this one with green ink, and then this one with the red ink. Okay. On the sides, kind of the piece de resistance, honestly. So these are little like fairy doors that I got off Amazon. I glued them down to a big piece of chipboard that I painted black. I stamped a wood grain with silver ink up above, and then like a rock stone, cobblestone down below. And then put the doors together and glued them down. And then the signs I did on smaller pieces of chipboard. And so this one says Mystic Manuscript Shop, from pages to potions where wizardry reigns. And if you open the door, we've got inside, I did another sticker from the sticker book that is a little, probably a gnome wizard. And so he's smoking a pipe, and he's got a bunch of scrolls and spell books in his hand. And that's what's behind the door. So when it's hanging on the wall, the door can be open, right? And then on this side over here, it says, Goblins, Oddities, Must-Haves for the Mischief Makers. And this was a stamp set that I got off of Amazon. And I actually embossed them with black embossing powder. And behind this door is a little halfling with a little interesting little kind of invention thingy. Just because I liked him. I didn't want to use a goblin. So those are the 2 little side behind the door. Okay. I ordered a special dice set, also off of Amazon, that are metal, and they've got like dragon kind of hard to see. You can kind of see it on this, but like behind the numbers, there's a dragon, like etching or whatever. So anyway, so I got a special die set. I made these little shelves with a silver tile and a piece of chipboard glued together. And then I put silver paper on the bottom. And then I wrapped ribbon around the edge of the tile to kind of hide it, make it look prettier, I guess. So standard die set for Dungeons and Dragons is you've got 20-sided, got your two 10-sided percentage dice, got 12-sided, 8-sided, 4-sided, and 6-sided. So I glued the shelves on, and then so the dice, when it's hanging on the wall, the dice can be on there on display. And then also on the sides, I bought this set of little characters. And I actually glued little wood rounds on the bottom, primarily because of this guy, because his base was bent, so he wasn't going to stand up straight. So I glued it on there and like used clamps to give it a little more stability. So we've got those 6 Dungeons and Dragons type characters. Okay. And then, so there was a little bit of gaps because I wanted it to line up with the top and bottom of these tiles. So there were little gaps in between. So I just did some strips of silver glitter clay in there to fill in those gaps. And then I had a small gap between the door and the shelves, and I just did a strip of silver chain. Okay. So then our filler tiles. Nope, gemstones. So I did a red, yellow, blue, and green gemstone at the top and at the bottom. So see, we've got red, yellow, blue, and green. Red. How that one kind of, oh, that one went crooked. And the glue is not really sticking. I'm going to fix that. Yellow, blue, and green. I'll do this right now before I forget. A little bit of glossy accents. And give it a good push. Still crooked. What is going on? Gonna be one of those days. Okay. And then our textured, well, let's do our leafing. So I had originally done the dragon scales on black clay with color shifting mica powder, and I didn't like how it came out. And so I went back and redid with silver leafing. So that's tucked in various locations to fill in the gaps. Okay. I've got a green, like a vine texture, and that's like a little texture wheel. And then I rubbed it with green mica powder. So got some strips of that tucked in. I do have a few strips of just straight red glitter, filling in little gaps, and to kind of pull the red all the way through. I had these blue and green swirls on white glitter clay. Cut down, tucked in. I guess I don't need to point out each individual one. You can kind of just look and see. We've got on a kind of a blue-gray color with a navy blue ink, just a like Harlequin stamp. These were already in my stash. I needed like one other type of tile, so it's just a blue polka dot rubbed with mica powders on black clay. So I have a few of those tucked in. I use the cobblestone stamped in silver ink on gray clay. And then on black clay, I did some script and then rubbed with silver mica powders. I don't even know what language it is, but it doesn't really matter. Right? Right. And then I had this black clay with the blue kind of diamond. Also with mica powders. I didn't do any hand painted really on this one. I mean, this is painted. These are painted. Nope, that's mica powder, but these are painted. But I didn't do a lot of paint on this one. And then also in my stash, my favorite, the swirl texture, and then rubbed with mica powders. And then these were, they came in sheets, and they're like peel and stick I cannot talk today, you guys. Backsplash tiles, but I cut them apart into individual tiles and then glued them down to create the border. My sister-in-law does a lot of the like vinyl stuff, so I don't know if she's going to add some kind of something to the mirror or if she's just going to leave it open mirror. I don't know. We'll have to see. And there was something else that I noticed that I forgot, and now I can't think of what it was. Hang on. Nope, it's gone. Whatever the heck I was going to say. It has disappeared from my brain. So, when it's hanging on the wall, you'll have your characters here. Have the dice. And then the doors can be open for the little shops. And that is our little Dungeons and Dragons themed mirror. So, it's actually yesterday was their anniversary, wedding anniversary. And I'm going down there today. So this will be getting delivered today. And I hope they like it. And then once they have it hanging on the wall, I'll have my sister-in-law take a picture, send it to me so that I can add it to my library of completed mosaics. I know I was forgetting to tell you guys something else, and for the life of me, I can't think of what it was. Guess it wasn't important. All right, so I did film some of the process of making these. I may or may not share them because, to be honest, a lot of stuff changed over the course of the creation of this mosaic as it evolved, which is always the case, but I might go ahead and share them anyway. Oh, I see. I just keep rattling along until I remember what it was I was going to say. I did also use little pieces of stained glass to fill in a couple little gaps. So I have a little piece here, and then a bigger strip there, and a bigger strip there. That was the other thing I was going to tell you. Okay, now I feel better because I remembered what it was I was going to say. So, I'm going to go get ready and head on down to their house for dinner and a movie, and hopefully they'll like this. And then after they both see it, I will review the videos that I had already filmed and decide whether I'm going to share them or whether I'm just going to leave it the final reveal. So, Dungeons and Dragons theme mirror. There you guys go. That's it for now. Thanks so much for watching.